Smoking on that loud, puffing on that Keisha, man. I got it from my daddy, but he used to call it reefer, man. I'm smoking on that loud, puffing on that Keisha, man. I got it from my daddy, but he used to call it reefer, man. I'm smoking on that loud and I'm turned up. I'm smoking on that loud, haters burned up. I'm smoking on that loud and I'm turned up. I'm smoking on that loud, haters burned up. I'm smoking on that loud, it's that dope boy. I'ma go and kill the mic and make that dope noise. Bass up in your...
What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming back and chit-chatting with Gizzo. The man that I'm standing here with today definitely needs no introduction. You definitely know him if you're from the city, from Chicago, from the state, all over the nation, man. Now, without further ado, and this man is definitely not a stranger to the term hip-hop entrepreneur. So without further ado, Rick Ruiz.
What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
Pretty good.
Thanks for coming out and chit-chatting with us.
Oh yeah, for sure, most definitely, you know.
That's what's up. Now, what I like to start off all the episodes with, so the viewers can get to know you, is I want to know, when did you start making music?
Oh man, I started making music. I was probably I wrote my first rap in the 7th grade, and it was about we were learning about, you know, sex education. Okay. So I wrote a rap about this one guy being with this one girl and catching HIV, which was, you know, a pretty deep issue that I was learning as a kid. And I wrote it because our English teacher said you could either go ahead and write a poem, you know, write a story, or do an essay. And I asked her, well, could I write a rap? And she was like, sure. So, I mean, I wrote that. And then she loved it, got an A on it, good looking, you know.
Shout out to teacher.
Yeah, Miss Algani, what up? I still remember her name, all crazy.
Yes,
whatchamacallit, and then she had me rap it in front of the class, and then rap it in front of the whole 7th grade. Okay. So I was nervous as shit, man. Excuse my language, but I really was, you know.
Yeah.
And oh man, at the end of the day, I love the way it came out, you know, and I just kept writing. But I really didn't take it serious until I was about 15, 16 years old. Okay. And then, you know, in high school, you start getting the ciphers, you know, and all that. You know, a lot of my guys motivated me to go ahead and I started recording stuff. Okay. So that's when I go ahead and got in the booth, you know, made some money for some studio time and took it from there.
Nice, and that's what's up. And definitely everybody has that one moment where, like, you know, something happens to you and it just shoots you in that direction of, like, music, you know, like. So now, once you started making music, you were about 15. What were some of your earliest inspirations in hip hop that you've seen, and you were like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing hip hop. I'm gonna start making music.
Really took it serious, man. When Big Pun came, you know, shout out to Big Pun, got it in, rest in peace, you know. And it just showed like a Latino could go platinum, you know. Mm-hmm. And he was the first one that really made me feel like, wow, you know, we could really do this, you know. And you know, they had the whole thing going on, you know, Capital Punishment album was crazy, Terror Squad, Fat Joe, Cuban Link, you know, so I really got involved with that. I was a big fan, still am a huge fan, you know, and from there, man, I just wanted to go from there, you know.
That's good, definitely. Now, I want to get right into the theme of the show is hip-hop entrepreneurs, and one of the reasons that we're sitting here talking today is because you've got something that's called Future Stars, and we're actually on location right now at Future Stars, 1735 West Northwestern. Mm-hmm. And come out here and definitely check out the website also. Now, what I wanted to talk about is how did Future Stars start? Let's talk about that.
Future Stars was like it goes back to my best friend, my guy Eric, my business partner, my dude. You know, shout out to E Black, and it was just working with him and selling newspaper subscriptions for the Chicago Tribune, which I still do to this day. Okay. You know, we have the contract with the Chicago Tribune, and it pays well, pays great. But our whole thing is that we wanted to provide a service that is us, you know. And the main struggle that I had as an artist was getting my music out there, being marketed, you know. So I wanted to provide an outlet for artists to be heard, you know, and at the same time, give the inner city high school student a chance to make money and show them how to make money the right way, where they don't got to go out there and sell drugs or rob or do this and that. You know, we teach them communication skills, you know, how to talk to people, and at the end of the day, make a transaction and collect either the cash check or credit card. you know. And I work with these kids, and a lot of these kids wouldn't have no other way to make money unless I provided something for them that they have, you know, because now they just upped it to 18 and over. You know, a lot of people are not hiring, so all the kids that are 15, 16, 17 years old, they need money too.
Yeah, they need a
job.
job.
Especially when they don't got mom and dad paying for their stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so what I do is I give them the communication skills and teach them how to go out there and get it.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, I'm born and raised, and I'm from Logan Square, Humboldt Park, and even as last year I was living in Humboldt Park, and I seen a lot of purse jackings going on and a lot of things like that on the streets in broad daylight, and I said to myself, man, if the kids only had some place to go. You know, so for anybody that's listening and, you know, you don't have to resort to those alternatives, come over here to Future Stars and check out the website, futurestars.com, and there's better alternatives.
2 R's. Futurestars.com with 2 R's.
Don't forget the 2 R's, and like I said, there's a better alternative, and come talk to the man himself. Now, what's in the future for Future Stars? What do you see happening? What's happening in the next couple of years?
Well, what I'm doing currently right now is that I'm putting together a compilation album of all Chicago local artists of all genres of music. So any artists out there that you want to get heard, submit your music, go to the website, futurestars.com, and have everything on there. Just go ahead, submit your music. We'll put you on the album, you know. And it's basically for artists to get a chance, you know, to be heard, and their music's going to do something good, you know. I mean, a lot of them give it away on SoundClick, you know. I mean, that's great, you know, but here you could go ahead and process it through Future Stars and give a kid an opportunity to have a chance to work by selling your music and promoting you and marketing your music, you know. So we'll be selling the album. This will be a compilation album of all genres of music.
Okay, and is that something that they can get on the website?
Yeah.
Okay, and what number can they call if they don't have internet and they're trying to get a hold of Future Stars for some information? What number can they call?
773-280-1395.
Now definitely call the number below and check in with Future Stars. Now I wanted to go into some of the music and the other part of Rick and RPM. Now I was reading a few things about you now, what I've actually seen and heard a few times myself. Power 92, B96, Kiss FM, WGCI. You basically, how does it feel to have your music on the radio and being played, you know, in all the stations in Chicago and even nationwide?
I mean, it was great. I wish it could have gone better, you know. Okay. But I did get the chance to get spin on rotation with all the radio stations, so that was just a great look and a great move moving forward, you know. And now it's just like the whole thing. I still got the artist thing going on. I'm still doing that. I'm still recording, but my main focus primarily is the business, you know. And I want to create this business to help out all Chicago local artists of all genres of music, you know, because that was the main thing that was hard, you know, especially Latino from Chicago. There hasn't been a Latino from Chicago to make it yet. And it's been hard. It's been a hard road, you know. And shout out to anybody who's gonna get it. And whoever does, we gotta, you know, help them and push them through, and then keep on striving, man. And keep on going.
That's what's up, Rick. Now, a lot of things that I've seen you do, I'm pretty sure inspire others. And a couple years ago, we're talking like 2008, 2009. I remember living over by Grand and seeing a van pass by. Had your face on it. Yeah. And it was promoting your music. Now let's talk about that. Could you tell the viewers, like, if someone was out there and seen the van years ago, what were you promoting on the van?
Yeah, I was promoting the album that I had, which is dope as hell. I had a single with A.k.a. You know, shout out to A.k.a. Man, shit was hot. You know, and I was just pushing the album. The album did real good. They're real good numbers. You know, It's just that my investor had to fall out with my manager at the time, which was Master P, and stuff kind of imploded. You know, but from that I learned a lot. You know, and I learned the business, which is another reason why I launched my own business. At the same time.
That's what's up, and the reason I bring that up is because I seen that and I was like, you know what, that's somebody from Chicago that's doing their thing, that's out there, and it's possible from someone to start from nothing and bring it up into something very significant, and I salute you for that.
Oh, thanks, man.
Now we just talked about Master P. You were saying he used to be your manager. Now I know you also worked with Convict Music. Now how is it working with, you know, leaving the city and going out and working with, you know, with professionals and out there doing that? How was that working with Convict Music and Master P and everybody?
I mean, it's another level, you know, but at the end of the day, it's all music, you know, and it's as long as you catch the vibe, you know, and it's all music, and it's just being in a big retarded ass studio. You know, it's sometimes I catch better vibes chilling with my guys and in our home studios. You know, and it's just kind of like the vibe. You know, and sometimes you catch the vibe, and sometimes you vibe with somebody, you can make it hit. And sometimes it don't matter what studio you at. You know, you guys ain't vibing together, you ain't gelling together for whatever reason. That don't matter.
Okay.
You know.
I hear you. Now, I know you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have kids as well. I know how it can be a struggle sometimes, doing your music, taking care of your business, and also being at home and spending time with the family. How do you deal with having, so much going on and then still, finding time to do that?
What I do is I just don't, I categorize my time as protocol, what's most important. Of course, I gotta stay on my business, and I have to be in my kids' lives. And then I just kick with my friends when I have the chance or an opportunity, I mean, usually, a lot of times when I see my friends that I don't kick it with on the regular is on their birthdays. Okay. I'll allocate time for that, I'll come out for their birthday and go kick it with them, pop a bottle, do the whole thing. But before I was in the club scene all the time, and I just wasn't healthy for myself, wasn't healthy, for my kids, and it just wasn't healthy for the business at the end of the day. So now I'm kind of just, more on chill mode, daddy mode, but I've also grown up to being a businessman and taking care of business.
That's what's up, and definitely everybody can understand and respect being a businessman and also being a daddy at the same time, and that's what's up. Now, somebody was telling me, I was talking with Loke, and he said you were on 2 motion picture soundtracks. I think that's dope to actually not only be doing music and doing the different projects, but actually getting into the soundtrack side. Because now, what 2 movies was your music in, and can we talk about that? Yeah,
it was a movie produced by Radar Films. Shout out to my boy Jim Finkel, and it was Mailman and Pig People. Mailman was released, Pig People wasn't. It didn't finish and getting the copyrights and everything done. But I mean, still, regardless, it was a great opportunity, a great thing to be a part of, and a great learning experience.
Yeah.
I got to see how motion pictures were done on the major level, which is dope.
And that's good. And like I said, all the episodes of Chit Chattin With Gizzo are so you guys can see the different venues and the different things that you can go into. You can do your music and also have your business and be an entrepreneur, and definitely follow in that route, man. Stay off the streets. Now, I like to end all the interviews, Rick, we're asking, we know the kids are smart enough to stay in school, but besides staying in school, what advice can you give all the kids that's out there listening to you right now?
I would say definitely is learn how to communicate. That is the #1 thing. That's what I teach here at Future Stars. We teach these high school students how to talk to people. I train them how to communicate, work on their communication skills, because that's going to be very important, whatever you want to do in life. And they don't teach you that in school.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, you can pass the geometry test, science, the whole 9, history, the whole 9, but once you get that diploma, and once you go to college and you get that degree, then what? You have to know how to talk your way to getting what you want. You have to be aggressive. So, I mean, that's just what I teach here. I teach these kids, at the end of the day, how to go out there and get it. It's kind of like hustle one-on-one. I teach you what they don't teach you in school. Hard knock, like straight sales, from the ground up, and these kids become monsters, I got a great team right now. These guys go out there and they get it in. And they're kids, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. My oldest employee is 22. They go out there and they're hungry for this money, and they go out there and get it. So if you guys are looking for a job and you really want to learn, go to the website, you can apply online, or you can come into the office, 1735 Northwestern. I give everybody the opportunity to work. Everybody.
Definitely. You heard it from the man, and that's an awesome thing going on in the Humble Park neighborhood and definitely across the whole city. So if you want to get in touch with Rick Ruiz, go ahead and get to the website, futurestars.com, follow the links below, and definitely check out everything that's going on with this man. Rick, thank you for your time, brother. Thanks for coming out and chit-chatting with Gizzo.
Definitely. And one more thing, I got my guy that I've been working on. I got, because Future Stars, the business is one thing, and I also have the label part, which right now I have 2 amazing artists, which I think are incredible. I got my guy Thirstman. He got a mixtape coming out, Work on the Block, Volume 1, and then Prince Moon, he also got his mixtape coming out. So definitely the first one we're dropping is with Thirstman, is Work on the Block, Volume 1. Be on the lookout for that. I put together the street team. We're going to have that on the streets soon. You already know I get it in with the guys on the streets and selling these CDs, so we're gonna take that same approach.
Definitely, man. And I happen to know Thirst, and he's got some hits on there. I was able to preview the project, man. It's definitely dope. Shout out to Thirst, man, out there, man. I see you, boy. Now that's what's up. Now, thanks for your time, Rick, and everybody check in with you, bro.
Definitely.
This has been another epic Gizzo interview.